Okay, so in this video, we're working out the sample size from being given the confidence interval. So I've taken this question from the 2017 NCA Statistical Reports paper. It was part of question 3, and I've been told the margin of error of a survey is 3.6%. Okay, so I'm going to use that the margin of error is 3.6%. Now I'm choosing to work backwards to try and work out what the sample size is. I can't even remember if it was a question on that particular year's paper. It's just something that is useful to know how to do, just in case they do ask something like that. So irrespective of anything else, I haven't got any reason for believing why I wouldn't necessarily want to use the rule of thumb, and I know that the margin of error rule of thumb is 1 divided by the square root of n. Okay, so I'm going to use this to help me work out my sample size. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go, right, I've got to turn my margin of error percentage into a decimal. So we know that we have to be able to do that, and so therefore the margin of error is 0.036. So at this point I can go that 0.036 equals 1 divided by the square root of n. Therefore the square root of n is 1 divided by 0.036, and it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone who's doing mathematics at level 3 that if you divide a number by a decimal that is smaller than 1, the answer is bigger. So therefore when I calculate that, that is 27.7 recurring. So now to work out my sample size, I'm going to square my 27.7 recurring, because I want to get rid of that square root on that side. So if I square 27.7, I get an answer of 771.6 and a few other decimal places, which means that my sample size is likely to be 772. But at some point I would want to double check that square rooting 772 is going to give me the right percentage. So I would double check that, and I get that the square root of 772, or 1 divided by the square root of 772, is 3.599%, which fits with my 3.6%. Okay, whereas if I round it down to 771, I would have ended up with a 3.8% margin of error. So it's useful just to double check your calculations at the end. So that's how I calculate the sample size.